One of the most wanted features for the N64 is finally coming. HDMI plug and play for your N64 device. I want to talk about this upcoming product and maybe let you in on a little secret about it as well. We also got a new box of retro game treasure in the mail, so I got some retro games to check out. And finally, did Nintendo pretty much confirm that they are working on a Nintendo Switch revision and it's coming pretty soon? I think they did. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got retro games to talk about, modern stuff to talk about. You should be very happy because you either subscribe for retro games or modern games on this channel, right? Right. So sit back, relax, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and let's get into the world of video game news because it's getting crazy.
RGT85. Hey, Sean.
Oh my God, it's Stevie Richards! So first off, if you own a Nintendo 64 in 2019, you know one thing. It is an absolute pain in the ass to play your N64 on your HD television. While other systems have clone systems out there, and yes, there is a clone system coming to us from Hyperkin for the N64, we don't have a release date for that yet. So playing N64 stuff on your HD television on your actual N64 is essentially a pain in the ass. Now there's a company out there called Eon, and last year Eon released the GC HD adapter, which was a plug-and-play HDMI adapter for the Nintendo GameCube. Now, of course, the Nintendo GameCube has a lot of progressive scan games on there, but the only way to sort of access those progressive scan games was to use the official Nintendo component cables, which are entirely too expensive. So this product really helped fill a void, and the absolute picture quality that you get with this is amazing. Like, I still play my GameCube to this day just because of how good the games look via the GC HD adapter. I'm absolutely blown away. Like, Luigi's Mansion just looks absolutely stunning in HD on my television via the GC HD adapter. So I'm definitely a fan of Eon's products. Well, yesterday Eon finally revealed what their next product was going to be, and it is a plug-and-play adapter for the Nintendo 64 so that you can play your N64 on your HDMI television. Now, unfortunately, I can't talk too much about it, but they did show a teaser video basically showing you some of the results to expect, and yes, I did get one of these. Now, all of the information that I have about this is under embargo, but I did want to talk about this because basically I want to know what you guys want me to test. So far, what I am planning on testing in the video is, of course, using an S-video cable via the RetroTink to see what sort of quality difference there is. This is a $150 product, and some people were a bit put off by the price of this product, especially determining whether or not the quality is worth it. So I definitely want to check it versus an S-video cable on the RetroTink. I do not have an Ultra HDMI modded N64 because, honestly, I don't feel like paying $400 to have that done for the system, so I won't be able to compare it to that, but I am getting some footage from people that do have an Ultra HDMI N64 so that I can sort of compare and contrast the footage. But I also want to know what you guys want me to check in my video review for this. I am checking out a great variety of games. I own a lot of N64 cartridges, including expansion pack games, as well as those expansion pack games did allow for HD textures, so don't worry about that. But let me know if there's anything that I might have forgotten or I might not have decided to check as far as this product is concerned, because it's definitely a very interesting product, and I'm really looking forward to sharing my results with you guys about it. But yes, the N64 is getting a plug-and-play adapter so that you can play on your HD television. Alright, next up we got a box of retro games from Retro Game Treasure. Now, if you're not familiar with Retro Game Treasure, let me tell you what it is real quick. Basically, it is a monthly subscription service. You sign up for the service, you tell them what systems you have, you tell them what games you already have, and then you tell them what systems you want to collect for and what games you would like to get based on genres. And they send you 3 to 5 games a month, and it's a pretty decent service. It's definitely not for everyone. If you're someone who gets out there a lot and buys retro games, it's probably not something for you. But if you like surprises, you like grab bag stuff, it's definitely pretty cool. I've gotten some really good games, maybe games that I wouldn't have thought about buying through these boxes, so I've really enjoyed it. Now, there is a subscription sign-up link in the description box down below. I do not get any kickback from that or anything. It's basically just a way for them to track if people are signing up via my videos, but they do send me a box every month to check out so that you guys can sort of get some impressions on what you'll get. But enough talking. Let's see what's in the box, man. Of course, I have to stare into your soul as I open the box. First off, feels like we have a GameCube game. And it is, and it's actually a game I already own because I'm terrible about doing my checklist, but it is Geist, and I really like Geist, a super underrated game for the GameCube, a GameCube exclusive. Basically, you take possessions of different objects and different characters in the game as you're a ghost. It's a really weird game, but it's a super underrated game. It just didn't look all that good when it first came out, so a lot of people just sort of wrote it off. It also didn't have online play for the multiplayer, but I really enjoyed this game. It's definitely sort of a hidden gem on the Nintendo GameCube, so cool, you know, I got another copy. I'll put it in my duplicate pile. Next up, Feels like a Genesis game. Mortal Kombat 2. You know what's funny? I was actually looking to play this on my analog, the Mega SG the other night, and I realized I did not own Mortal Kombat 2 because I wanted to do the Frugality, and this is great. Like, I was literally about to buy this game a couple days ago, but now I don't have to because I got it from Retro Game Treasure. So Mortal Kombat 2, absolute classic on the Genesis, and now I have a copy. Next up, feels like a Dreamcast game. Okay, Metropolis Street Racer. This was a popular Dreamcast racing game. I don't think I've ever played it. I think this may have become Project Gotham Racing. Don't quote me on that. I could be completely wrong on that, but I feel like there is some connection with Project Gotham Racing and this game, but like I said, I could be completely wrong on that. It is missing the back of it, but it does have the instruction book, so that is good enough for me. But yeah, I'll definitely check out this game. I like racing games, so pretty cool. And there is one more game in here. It feels like a Master System or a Genesis game. It is a Master System game, and it is Battle Outrun, which I do not own. What is the difference between this and Outrun? Accelerate coast to coast, stamina, wits, coordination, the heart racing, heart pounding sequel to Outrun. So this is the sequel to Outrun. Wow, I've never played this game before, and I don't even really know that I'm super familiar with it. So it is a loose copy, or it is a box copy, no instruction manual. But hey, this is a game that I would not buy on my own, so definitely very cool. All right, so really a pretty decent haul here. If I didn't already have Geist, I would have loved to have seen that again. Mortal Kombat 2 on the Genesis. Now I can play that on my Mega SG. We got the sequel to Outrun that I wasn't even really familiar with, and MSR for the Dreamcast. So a solid month, I feel. I'm happy that I could play the Mortal Kombat on my Mega SG tonight. And yeah, so pretty decent haul from Retro Game Treasure. And finally, we all know that a Nintendo Switch revision is coming at some point in time. Of course, we've seen different product listings for the Nintendo Switch Mini pop up on various websites. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And of course, Nintendo would be smart to do something like a revision to the Nintendo Switch. The Switch is selling great, but with the 3DS on its way out, it is definitely time to start talking about different models of the Nintendo Switch. Now, pretty much everyone around Nintendo has confirmed that they are working on a hardware revision, except for Nintendo themselves until now, because the latest shareholders meeting happened last night in Japan, and JapaneseNintendo.com actually translated one of the answers that was asked when Nintendo was asked about basically any hardware revisions coming to the Nintendo Switch, specifically with the Nintendo Switch Mini. So I'll have a link to Japanese Nintendo's website in the comments section down below, but this is the translated information that they gave. So according to Nintendo, they said, "We acknowledge that there have been reports about this. Answering to rumors and speculations would end up stealing surprises from our customers and also be unprofitable to all of us shareholders, so we have no answer to that. As a general theory, we are always performing development of new hardware." Now, a lot of that sounds pretty cut and dry, you know, standard PR stuff, but one part really does stick out to me. Answering to rumors and speculations would end up stealing surprises from our customers and also be unprofitable to all of us shareholders. So what surprises are we talking about here? Maybe this fact that this is a real thing and it's coming very soon. You don't have to announce a hardware revision during a Nintendo Direct or something like that. A lot of people feel that that is what is going to happen. But really, when you look at hardware revisions for previous Nintendo handhelds, they never do it during a Nintendo Direct. It's always just some sort of off-the-cuff thing, or they just release a trailer for it and they're like, "Hey, here it is, we're doing this." Look at the Nintendo 3DS when they did the new 3DS. They just put out a trailer and then that was that. Same thing with the 2DS as well, and same thing with Nintendo DS revisions. Now, of course, the Nintendo Switch is both a portable and a home console, but really, when you're talking about something like a Nintendo Switch Mini, I think that's something that you can just show people. Maybe a Nintendo Switch Pro model would require something like a Direct so you could see the improvements over the previous games, but then again, when you look at the new 3DS XL, it did not have any sort of big fanfare besides just trailers and press releases, and that was a substantial upgrade to the Nintendo 3DS, especially when you look at games like Hyrule Warriors on the Nintendo 3DS, which ran bad on a baseline 3DS, but ran pretty damn good on a new 3DS XL. So did Nintendo just confirm that there is a Switch Mini coming? I mean, yeah, they pretty much did. The surprise element, of course, has been thrown out the window now that so many people have been talking about it. There's been so much information online about it as well, but it's definitely something very cool. It's nice to see someone actually ask a relevant question during one of these shareholders meetings so that we can get pertinent information about Nintendo software and Nintendo Switch revisions, so I'm definitely glad to see that. Alright, so we talked about some N64, we got some Sega games for Retro Game Treasure, and we talked about a Nintendo Switch revision coming very soon, and Nintendo pretty much confirming it. So I feel like I've hit all the check marks for what people like on this channel. We got retro stuff with the N64, we got Sega stuff, and we have Switch stuff. So this video should do very well, but who knows, you know, it is YouTube at the end of the day. But let me know in the comments section down below what you think of everything. Like I said, I want to know what things you want me to test out with the N64 adapter from Eon, and basically what sort of things you want to see in the review for that video. Let me know what you think of Retro Game Treasure and what you think of my haul. I'm still very excited that I got Mortal Kombat 2. And of course, let me know what you think about the Nintendo Switch, when you think this revision is coming out, and are you going to pick one up? And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Check out other videos on the channel. We've done a lot of videos on specific games in the past week, so make sure you guys take a look at that. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.